Hello everyone, my name is Cheyenne Mitchell from the University of Louisiana at Lafayette, and today I will be presenting the impact of race and gender on sources of belonging and desire to succeed. Before we begin, I'd like to ask you to consider the question: what does it take to be a successful student? Potential answers typically range from mentions of determination, persistence, consistent effort, and things of that nature. However, within this varying understanding of the behaviors and qualities that lead to academic success, there's a consensus that the importance of achievement lies in its relation to students' professional trajectory within career fields. With this in mind, let's move on to discuss a well-documented and growing concern within education literature. Race and gender disparities in which marginalized students are underperforming within academic domains are becoming more prevalent. This is seen in academic performance measures including grades, attrition rates, degree attainment, and standardized test scores. We're seeing that students' social group membership uniquely impacts their learning experience. Students who are members of underrepresented and marginalized social groups report negative interpersonal interactions within the academic environment. This ranges from instances of discriminatory differential treatment from teachers and social exclusion from peers. Researchers have found the achievement gaps to be related to negative stereotypes regarding intellectual ability. Race and gender achievement gaps suggest that sources to succeed are not readily available or equally distributed among students. Together, these factors shape the academic goals and conceptions of success of marginalized students and present unique obstacles in their pursuit for education. Intellectual belonging, academic belonging, and sense of academic fit are just some of the terms used in previous literature to refer to the same concept of a specific form of sense of belonging within the academic domain. For the purposes of this presentation, the term sense of academic fit will be used and defined as one's belief that they are a valued and competent member of their academic community. A student's perception that they fit into their academic environment has many implications on their academic outcomes. For example, higher levels of feeling a sense of academic fit is positively related to student engagement, achievement, and their decision to persist in education. While a sense of intellectual belonging is a universal need, concerns and doubts surrounding the quality of bonds within the academic domain is not experienced equally. Rather, many marginalized students report lower levels of sense of academic fit given negative stereotypes and a general lack of representation of members of their social groups in certain academic domains. Academic motivation can be defined as the driving force behind students' academic behaviors. It's all about considering what directs students' behavior and what keeps them going. The expectancy value framework presents two major determinants of academic motivation that each represent students' perceptions of the probability of their potential success and the students' values and desires to succeed. Belief in ability represents the expectancy component of the theoretical framework of academic motivation presented by the expectancy value theory. It can be most easily represented by the construct of academic self-efficacy or the subjective perception that one possesses the skills and competencies required to academically succeed. A student may ask themselves, can I do it? Do I have what it takes? Do I expect to succeed given my efforts and skill set? In addition to its role in academic motivation, self-efficacy has been associated with academic outcomes, including being significantly positively related to GPA. Increased levels of belief in ability has also been found to buffer academic stress and reduce the risk of dropping out among underrepresented, marginalized students. The desire to succeed represents the value component of the expectancy value theoretical framework of academic motivation. Questions like, do I want to put in that effort, and how much do I value that success are most relevant for this component. These desires for success are often demonstrated through a student's academic aspirations and goals. The amount of value that they place in their academic effort contributes to their persistence and resiliency when later facing academic challenges. It's important to note that students' achievement values are oftentimes shaped by their culture and stereotypes regarding their social group membership. An example includes a fear of failure and desire to disprove negative perceptions of intellect among African American students. Together, the previous literature demonstrates the importance of investigating the role of identity on academic experiences by considering what drives students to succeed. I utilize a social contextual perspective that relies on the central belief that students' social lives and their academic lives are interrelated. In other words, a student's motivation to succeed cannot be fully understood without also understanding their relationships and interactions with other people. Thus, the current pilot study sought to investigate the impact that race and gender has on the relationship between sense of academic fit and academic motivation as depicted in this model. The sample was made up of 75 undergraduate students who were recruited from the university's online research participation management site, or SONA system. The study had 4 experimental conditions that each had approximately 8 participants in each. The average age of the participants was 19.81 with a standard deviation of 3.62. The study consisted of white and black students, with female students making up the most of the sample. The mean GPA of the sample was 3.42 with a standard deviation of 0.51. And of the majors of study, health and medicine, physical and social science majors were the most represented within the sample. After the experimental condition, participants completed a questionnaire made up of the following 3 measures. Sense of academic fit was assessed using a 12-item scale. A sample item includes, I'm not certain I fit intellectually in my major. It utilized a 6-point Likert scale. Achievement motivation was measured among the constructs of academic self-efficacy and desire to succeed given the expectancy value theory. Academic self-efficacy was assessed using a 20-item scale. A sample item includes, I meet the deadlines for my assignments. Desire to succeed was assessed using a 23-item scale. A sample item includes, their satisfaction in a job well done. Both utilized a 5-point Likert scale. All 3 demonstrated good internal consistency. The procedure to the study is as follows. Students were recruited to participate in the study via the SONA system. Upon signing up to participate in the study, they received a link to the survey via Qualtrics. The survey presented a consent form to all participants, and upon providing their consent to participate, they were randomly assigned to one of 4 conditions, as pictured to the right of the screen. They were either asked to list 2 friends that they believed had the skills to succeed in their major, 8 friends, or provide a list of 2 skills they personally possessed that attribute to their success within their major, or 8 skills. After being randomly assigned and completing that condition, they completed a questionnaire made up of the 3 measures just previously discussed. They were then asked to provide demographic information including their age, gender, race, major of study, GPA, and income. They were then debriefed about the purpose of the study and then provided compensation through class credit. The initial data analysis plan was to conduct a moderation analysis in which the 4 conditions of listing either 2 friends, 2 skills, 8 friends, or 8 skills represent a manipulated sense of academic fit. This would predict academic motivation, and then race and gender would be investigated for their moderating role within this relationship. However, preliminary analyses at the time of this recording demonstrate concerns about lack of power. Therefore, there is not enough power to conduct the initial analyses of moderation as delineated within the data analysis plan. There's also suspicions of weak manipulation of sense of academic fit, in which providing a list of either names or skills is not enough to manipulate the sense of academic fit of the participants. This slide depicts some of our preliminary results at the time of recording. Together, the tables represent academic achievement by condition, with the left side showing beliefs about ability and the right side showing the desire to succeed. It's a bit too early to make any type of final interpretations about what's being depicted within the graphs. However, we are hopeful that within the coming weeks and or months within data collection, that we will start to see significant group differences and have enough power to conduct our moderation analyses. Before I go, I'd like to thank you all for your time and attention. If you have any questions, or comments for improvement, I would be happy to correspond with you using the email below.